guys, so I want to do a quick update on my view on others dominance, which if you're not familiar with that, it is altcoin dominance. So there's Bitcoin dominance and there's altcoin dominance, and this is a good way to see if you should be investing in Bitcoin or altcoins. And usually we have an alt season. Well, generally, of course, you're going to have an alt season when altcoin dominance is doing well. So right now, my main focus is on altcoin dominance because I believe that eventually these altcoins are going to turn around massively. So over here on my website, we could see here I created this market analysis. So I'm just going to show you guys what I'm seeing here. So this first one is on the weekly chart. We can see that altcoins have likely found a support on this historical support zone. So we see here in July 2020, this was a resistance. We got rejected here, and then we came down, and then we broke above this, and then we found support here again in 2023. And then we climbed up to around 2024. This is when we had our mini little alt season. If you guys remember that, it was a good time. A lot of people made a lot of money, and a lot of us are down from then. So we're gonna go further into that now and see where we are in relation to that. But I think this is a good zone because historically this has been a good zone. So if we look here, we can see that we have had a falling wedge in around 2020, which led to that bull market. And then we have a falling wedge now as well. We actually have a larger one, which is why I think we're going to have an even larger alt season than we did in 2017, 2018, and then we did in 2020, 2021. So yeah, the structure looks very similar. We even have this ABC correction over here. We have that full drop down. That's the A. You see that right here. And then you have the relief rally, which made a lot of people think that we were bullish during this time as well. And, a lot of people felt like shit after that drop, and they lost a lot of hope, just like we had happen last year. And then you have the bottom right around C. So I believe we are in C. We found our third time. This is our third time being on this level. Similar to here, you have this zone, this resistance, and then you find support here. And then over here, you find it one more time. And then you have a massive bull run that follows that. So I believe this ABC correction is completed. And then another look, this is the final one I'm going to show you guys. I think that we have three similar moves that are occurring here within this falling wedge. And as you can see here, we have an even larger falling wedge here. That's really important. I think that this breakout is going to take us past the previous highs for others dominance. We have this move that I've marked in blue. I believe this is the same. And then we have that relief move that's marked in green. And then you have the massive drop down right over here. And then that's followed by this, the next bull run. And I think that is what we are heading into. So you guys can read the whole analysis here on my website, layerleap.io. The link is down below. And just one other thing I want to show you guys is we're going to take a quick look at Litecoin. But as you can see, the altcoins have essentially been in a bear market since 2022. But not all altcoins have. A lot of altcoins have actually been in an accumulation phase, but others besides Bitcoin and Ethereum, besides the top 10 coins, they have been essentially in an accumulation phase. So Litecoin basically bottomed in 2022 and hasn't reached that zone again besides this small wick, and even then we didn't go as low. And we've been in accumulation phase for about 3.5 years. And as you can see here before in 2019, like late 2018, after that 2017 bull run, we actually did have an accumulation phase, which led up to the 2020 move. But it wasn't nearly as long as this accumulation phase has been. It was around 2 years, it looks like. If the math is correct off the top of my head, around 2 years. And here we've been there for almost double. So I think that this move that we're going to be heading into in 2026 and potentially 2027 as well is going to be a lot larger. I think this is going to take a lot of major caps and a lot of altcoins in general past their previous highs. And the last thing I want to touch on, guys, is Bitcoin dominance. You can find that here, btc.d. Let me just find that. So yeah, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. It looks like, in my opinion, that it has topped out. We have lost this support over here, this trend line support. And we've been under this trend line now for a couple of months. It looks like we've topped in June 2025. And I don't think this is going to be going higher anytime soon. I think that it is overdue for a major Bitcoin dominance correction. And hopefully we get that now, and that'll be the start of this alt season. But we just have to be patient. It's coming soon. This looks very bullish. We are in a massive falling wedge, and eventually this is likely to break out and take us to new highs. So that's it. Check out the site, check out the airdrop farming guides on here, and check out the rest of the analysis.